All right, so we're back. So now we maybe took some professional development courses, maybe we didn't, maybe we're ready to jump right in. And so let's go ahead and talk about what do we need to consider when we're trying to look at graduate programs. Okay, the number one thing is, what do you want to learn? Okay, so most of you came into college thinking I want to be a teacher, and then you kind of liked one subject more than the other, or you had a really good history teacher, so then you choose history, or you really liked the content in elementary and the kids in the elementary, so you chose that. Okay, so now we're getting an advanced degree. That's what a graduate degree is. It's an advanced degree, and so we're going to be a specialty in one area, and so we have to ask ourselves, what do we want to be a specialty in? Okay, my next slide is going to talk about the different programs that common in education, but let's go ahead and go to the next one. Full-time versus part-time. Okay, now this does matter for a master's or for your doctorate degree, and you're like, oh my gosh, doctorate degree, not yet. Okay, not yet, but don't say no to it. Okay, do you want to be a full-time or you want to be part-time? Okay, and so the difference for that is, for a lot of times you can go and be a graduate assistant and teach some college courses or help teach college courses. They'll pay for your master's, and then you're also taking 9 credit hours a semester. Okay, that's a route that I took because I wanted to teach at the higher ed level one day, and that was going to look better for my resume. Okay, and so with that is that they paid for my school and they gave me like $2,000 a year for a salary, which is obviously not very much money, but it was more the experience and what I wanted to do. And I could take courses during the day because that was my job is. Okay, compared to being part-time can mean two different things for different universities. But the way that I'm trying to explain it here is that you're teaching full-time and you're taking graduate courses at night or online. Okay, so that's kind of the things you have to think about. Do I want to be teaching with all the responsibilities I have with teaching, and then also take 1 to 2 classes a semester, and then the next part we talk about is if you want to be type of program that you want to choose. You want to do an online program, you want to do a hybrid, or you want to do face-to-face. Okay, and so we're going to talk a little bit about what typical graduate courses are like, and so it really matters if you're an online type of person. Are you okay with taking these type of courses online, or do you need face-to-face? Do you need 10 to 15 people in the room learning the content where you can bounce ideas off of face-to-face wise? Of course, we can do that online just a little differently. Or do you like the hybrid method where you might come 1 week and then you have some work to do for the next week, and then the third week you come back again? Okay, so you really have to ask yourself, when you're doing this advanced degree, what was the best way that you can learn this material, right? And so if you were not very good at online education as an undergrad student, then maybe online education for your master's might not be the best way. Okay, and then location. Okay, and so this first one of what you want to learn might factor into the location. So do you want to stay local with it? If you do want to stay local with it, then that face-to-face really helps you with that. Now, if you found a program in California but you live in Charleston, it would have to either be online, or you're going to have to move to California. So those are some things, and that's it. It really matters of what program you want to choose. Okay, and so this is a great thing as well. As like I said, you get to choose what your expertise is. This is an advanced degree in your school or your grade level. You might be the only one with this type of degree, which would make you the leader of that group. Okay, or maybe even at that school. And so you kind of want to ask yourself, what do you want to learn about at an advanced level to be an expert? Okay, and of course the doctorate degree, you are the expert in that research field that you choose. So if you do looking at diversity at the elementary school, you are going to be, when you graduate, you will be the expert in the world in that area. Okay, but that's the doctoral degree. When we're thinking about master's degrees, that's what you're thinking of right now. Okay, some of the things that we are most common graduate programs, especially in South Carolina, is elementary or early childhood. How can we teach elementary school better, and that degree would help you with that. Same thing with middle and school and secondary. There might be a secondary degree. A lot of those are for the middle and secondary are built into the content area. Okay, so they want to get a master's degree in history or a master's degree in math education. Okay, those are some of the different ones that we look off of. We have a phys education and sport coaching. Even those, the arts, the musics, they have advanced degrees as well to make them more experts in their community in that degree area. Okay, the most common one we see in the education system is administration supervision. These are the ones that want to become principals one day. And then, of course, the other two that are most common is leadership, because teachers are leaders, and so we want to be better leaders of students in our classrooms, or leaders in our community, or leaders to our school. And then curriculum specialists. Those are another common one that we usually see in master's degrees in education. Okay, Charleston Southern, we have some master's degrees that align with that. Right now, we currently have administration where you can choose to be at an elementary school, to be an administrator, assistant principal, or principal. You can do a secondary level, or you can do an elementary and secondary level. Okay, that would matter if you have a degree endorsement in that area, right? So if you are endorsed in first grade teacher, you can't get your secondary unless you actually have an endorsement in secondary education as well. But those are the most common degrees that we have that most people choose. The teacher leader is a degree that we just developed that we're really excited about. That is, yes, you're going to be this is a teacher leader as well in administration, but some people don't want to be the principal. They just want to be a better teacher, or they want to be like a curriculum coordinator or a grade level chair, or work at the district level. And so that's what the teacher leader is going to do. Is going to teach you how to be a better leader in your school, a better teacher in your school, and then give you opportunities and endorsement through the state to be different jobs besides just being a teacher. And then we have our content specific, our phys education and sport coaching degree. This one's one of our most popular ones right now to learn to be a better coach and be a phys education teacher. So let's say you found the program that you like. It's local, or you had to move to get to it. You identified if you're more of an online or face-to-face. And so now the next step is to actually apply for the program. Okay? And so commonly, this is the application packets that are usually included, not all though. Okay, so we have our application, we have our letter of recommendations, and then we have our writing sample, transcripts, and some programs have GRE or MATs. So with the application, that's just a general application that we usually always fill. Letter recommendations, they might ask for letters, or they might ask you to do like a reference check for it. Hopefully it's reference check, because letter recommendations are frustrated to get. We all know that. Writing samples, don't stress about it. I review them at our graduate school, but just know that everyone's on the same page. We're not expecting to see a dissertation, or because you're an English lit person that you're going to be this amazing writer going in. That's kind of part of the program that we're trying to teach you, is throughout the 2 years of graduate school how to write better. And so we understand that it's not going to be expertise. Transcripts, you have to get those ordered, sent right to the school. And then, like I said, some programs require the GRE or the MAT, but they're kind of going away a little bit from that. But like I said, don't be shocked if you have to do that. If you do, then make sure you plan that, you study, you take the test in plenty of time for when you want to start. So if you want to start in the fall, be thinking about that in the spring. Maybe take the test in the spring or early summer, so that all the scores and everything's submitted in the time to start in the fall. So I'm going to have to break one more time, but then we'll finish up about what to expect at actual grad school.